versatile performers of our time, our first guest has captivated film, television, and theater audiences for over 5 decades. Take a look at her back in 1944 with Elizabeth Taylor.
Velvet, you're too young to understand some things. Have you ever really felt keen about anything? Oh, yes, horses. What does it feel like to be in love with a horse? I lose my lunch. You're a child. Here's where you feel it. It skips a beat. See you at supper.
Please welcome the one and only Angela Lansbury.
What a welcome, my goodness.
They love you. They're glad to see you back on TV. There they are. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm still alive and kicking. You know, I've been off the air for almost a year now.
Yeah.
But I'm back on the 2nd. So.
Yeah, good. We're good. And
yes.
How many are you going to do a year?
Well, I think we'll probably do 2 a year, you know, plus other things as well, not just always Murder, She Wrote.
No, in fact, who does this look like?
Now I seem to recognize that little figure.
That would be you.
That is the Empress herself. That's Anastasia's grandmother. That's from
the
movie
new animated movie Anastasia. Now, it is not, of course, your first venture into animation, Mrs. Potts.
This is my favorite, Mrs. Potts. Yes.
I love it.
The reason I love Mrs. Potts is that she introduced me to a whole new generation of little people.
Right.
Little people who are growing up fast, but there's always new little people coming along.
It's
and we have
true.
a sequel, you know.
I saw it.
Christmas sequel. You have?
Yes, Paige sent me a copy. Oh, it's good.
It is?
Very good.
Oh, good. Am I all right?
You're fabulous in it. When you know, remember, and you tell the story by the fireplace,
yes.
You say, remember when they were getting to be friends and your lovely Angela Lansbury
That's
voice.
right, in my nice cockney
There
voice.
you go, Mrs. Potts. Now,
they're very good.
Thank you. Did you enjoy doing the animation? Because it's a different art form.
It's a whole different art form, Rosie.
Yeah.
You know, you're not working with another actor half the time, so you have to sort of pretend. It's really a case of pretend.
Right.
You know, when you're growing up and you start acting, it's pretend. Well, this is pretend.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And do they make you redo it a lot? Because
yeah, a lot.
The thing that I'm doing a little voice in the new Tarzan, just a small little in the Disney one, and I will do the pages, and then 3 months later I'll come back and redo them again. Because the other actors lay down the voices and it doesn't match or something.
You're absolutely right, and it took us about 2 years to do, to do Beauty and the Beast and also Anastasia.
Have you seen the Broadway show, Beauty and the Beast?
No, I haven't.
You have not?
I saw it in L.A., the Broadway show. I saw the L.A. show. I mean, it was on the
touring
stage.
company, yeah.
Sure, at the Schubert Theater.
Yeah. My son really, I've seen it a few times. My son enjoyed it. I took him this weekend.
I took all my grandchildren on that occasion to see it, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. But the live theater, you can't beat it.
No, and you, come on. Hello, Sweeney Todd, here you are. Dear World, here you are, Mame. Do you miss it? Do you miss the theater?
I do miss the theater. How could you not? There's something magical about theater, live playing, that you can't find anywhere else. You know, you've just got to get out on the boards. Here I am with a live audience, and suddenly I come alive, you know. So I know what it feels like. And that's why you come here every day and do this. Now I know why.
It's true. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's why I go see all the new shows. Have you seen any of the new shows?
Not yet. I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to go see Barrymore. I haven't seen it, and I just have one night in New York, and I'm going to go see that. See my friend Chris Plummer.
Christopher Plummer was amazing.
Yeah.
He came on the show and he sang Edelweiss. I started to cry.
Edelweiss? Oh, of course you did.
Because the Sound of Music, Captain Von Trapp.
Absolutely.
You know, for me, it was overwhelming. I couldn't get over it. It was.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I know. And we showed the clip from National Velvet.
Yeah.
You were what, 18 back then?
I was 18, yes. 18. Absolutely, yes. Just 18.
Was it your first role?
No, Gaslight was my first role, but that was my second role, actually. Yeah. And I thought I was too grown up to be playing that part, you see, because I was only playing a 15-year-old, and I just turned 18, you know, and it's so exciting to be 18, but then to have to go back and play 15,
No, never.
No.
And they had you playing Elvis's mother when you were the same age as him, pretty much, right? In Blue Hawaii?
Right. Well, I was a little older, but not much.
Yeah.
I played a lot of moms, you know, and in almost every instance, I was just a few years older than the guy whose mother I was playing. So it was an interesting proposition. I was always sort of kissing them, you know, and it was a little odd.
On the downtime, you were making out with Elvis?
Well, not exactly.
No, you weren't. To start those rumors here.
Oh, I should have been so lucky. No. He was just out of the army, and he was just absolutely surrounded with beautiful women, girls, you know.
Right.
He was an awfully nice guy, though, in those days. He always was a sweet guy. He was a real Southern gentleman.
Did you stay friends with the people like Elizabeth Taylor and him when he was still here?
Well, you know, if you work with somebody, you always are a very friendly acquaintance. And people in show business always sort of sense that they know each other.
Right.
Just because we see one another all the time, we bump into each other at events and parties and so on. At least that's the way it used to be in the old days. And I guess it is in the new days, but I'm not so much part of that scene anymore, you know.
No.
Are you?
I'm not really.
No,
I always
it's
feel
a difficult
weird
scene.
because, like, I'll go to a party and I'll see someone, and I don't want to go, "Hi, I know you, and I have a show too." So, because I never met them, I feel like a dork.
Well, we're all dorky in that respect. That we look at one another, we say, "Oh, I know that person," and you smile, and you feel like an idiot too. You know,
Yeah.
we're just like the general public. We're just as able to make a faux pas, as
Exactly,
they say, by running up to somebody we've seen on television, say, "Hi, how are you?" You know, and don't know them at all.
No,
Not
and you
from
know,
Adam.
do you know who I
No.
frightened? The guy, I don't know his name. He was in Fame, and he played the guy who played the stand-up comic. What's his name, John? Do you know? He's the curly hair. I'll find out his name. And I was at Chin Chin in L.A., and I was like, "Oh, I love Fame, and you were the guy who was a comic." And the guy looked at me like I was escaped from the lunatic asylum, and I felt like such a dweeb.
Well, you need never feel a dweeb again, because everybody knows you, Rosie.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. He didn't seem to know me, nor care. Listen, we're going to show a clip from the Murder, She Wrote movie, and we'll do that right after the break, so don't go away. Back with Angela Lansbury. Murder, She Wrote. South by Southwest. It is on November 2nd. How long did it take to shoot it?
Oh, we shot it in about 4 weeks, I suppose, running every step of the way. It was very exciting. We shot with Amtrak. We were on a train. We were out in the desert. It was a very moving story in that respect. And it was quite a bit different, but the same, only different from our Murder, She Wrote. It's a 2-hour show, so it's got a lot more story in it.
Now, it's a family affair for you over there now, huh?
Yes, my son directed it, Anthony, and my son David produced it.
Wow,
And,
that's nice, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. It is, and it isn't. You know, you have to mind your P's and Q's. You know.
Is it tough when the director gives Mom a note?
Well, yes, if you don't agree with him, it's very tough. You know, I say, now, wait a minute, Mom, you know. So you end up doing it in the end. But I trust him because he's a good director.
You don't, like, send him to his room or anything?
Well, I can't quite do that. You know, he's given me my 3 grandchildren, so I can't send him to his room anymore.
How old are your grandchildren?
They're 8, 13, and 15.
Do they come on the set and watch you when you're working?
Not too much, not too much. Listen, they're so busy with school, you know. But they have been on the set, and my little 8-year-old, Ian, he appeared in a Murder, She Wrote segment, which was really lovely. And this may happen to you one day.
Yeah, that would be sweet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, your little guy will turn up on one of your shows.
Well, I think he's going to be in the revival of Beauty and the Beast in 20 years because it's all he cares about now.
Well, I'm going to be in there,
I wonder,
too.
when you go... If you go backstage and you see him do Mrs. Potts' voice, and I bet you he'll know.
I'm sure he will. That's lovely.
Yeah, we could do a little duet for him backstage. Look what I do to my guests now. I force them to perform for my child. It's not right. It really is not right. Now, you're going over to Ireland, which is, I know, is your second home.
Yes, I have a home there,
Yes.
and I try to get a month, a year or 2, hopefully a little more if possible. But I'm going over there to shoot a movie in Dublin. And it's not a Murder, She Wrote. It's based on the story of Mrs. Polifax, who is a very interesting lady who is not a detective, but she is a spy.
A spy?
Yeah. And it's really an adventure story. It's kind of like Indiana Jones, only she's an elderly lady, but what she doesn't get up to is nobody's business. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
I can't wait. So that'll be out in about a year's time.
Oh, yeah. No, well, maybe sooner. Maybe next May.
Next May. Well,
I hope so.
You must come back when that movie comes out.
Thank you.
Anastasia, go see it. And on November 2nd, would you watch Murder, She Wrote, South by Southwest? Angela Lansbury, we all adore you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.